All right, let's just jump right into it. We're looking at the massive momentum surrounding the Indian pharmaceutical sector right now in 2026. Whether you're an investor trying to catch the next big wave, or honestly just someone who occasionally fills a prescription, this absolutely matters to you. Industry trackers are clocking the Indian pharma market at a super impressive 8 to 10% annual growth. But, this isn't that same old story we've been hearing for years. The landscape is shifting under our feet. And in this explainer, we're going to dig into the exact data driving this boom. So the really crucial question we need to answer here is this. Are we looking at a sustainable, fundamental shift, like a true structural growth story, or is this just a speculative bubble whipped up by market euphoria? To figure that out, we've got to look under the hood at the actual engines of this growth and see if they have real staying power. Because if you spend 5 minutes online right now, you're going to see wild claims just like this. Finance creators on social media are practically screaming about guaranteed breakouts and confirmed multi-baggers like they've got some kind of crystal ball. Well, we need to cut right through that timeline hype. Stock-specific technical trends flip daily, and those loud claims, they're often incredibly misleading. To truly grasp what's happening, we have to stick to the hard data: earnings growth, product pipelines, and actual execution. So let's do a reality check and start unpacking the true growth engines. The real structural tailwind transforming the space is a massive, massive shift in focus. This current growth cycle is broader, way more diversified, and honestly far more driven by innovation than any rally we've seen before. The old playbook, relying solely on cheap commodity generic exports, that is officially out. Those old generics are getting crushed by intense pricing pressure and razor-thin margins. Instead, highly profitable specialty medicines and complex generics are the new name of the game. Shifting toward high-margin specialty drugs, things like dermatology, oncology, and complex injectables, gives these companies much better pricing power and significantly stronger long-term profitability. When we actually break down where all this growth is coming from today, it's this incredibly powerful combination of global shifts meeting huge domestic changes. On the global stage, we've got the China Plus One strategy, with companies aggressively pivoting to reduce their reliance on China for active pharmaceutical ingredients, or APIs. And then domestically, India is seeing an absolute explosion in chronic diseases: diabetes, hypertension, cardiac issues. And unlike acute care, these chronic conditions create a stable, recurring demand for therapies year after year. And then there's the massive emergence of GLP-1 drugs. I mean, you've definitely heard of cultural behemoths like Ozempic or Wegovy. Originally meant for type 2 diabetes, these therapies have sparked a literal gold rush in global weight loss management. Now, in 2026, Indian pharma firms are aggressively launching generic semaglutide products. This is rapidly turning into one of the absolute largest, decade-defining opportunities for these companies. All right, let's look at the top players to watch. Who is actually leading this 2026 transformation? To really wrap our heads around the massive scale we're talking about here, Sun Pharma, which is India's largest pharmaceutical company, just announced a jaw-dropping $11.75 billion acquisition of the US-based company Organon. Let that sink in. This is one of the largest overseas acquisitions ever pulled off by an Indian pharma firm. It instantly gives Sun Pharma incredible global reach, huge biosimilar opportunities, and overnight access to over 140 countries. You just cannot ignore scale like that. Because they're making aggressive, strategic moves exactly like this. Specialty products now make up nearly a full quarter, 25% of Sun Pharma's total sales. And remember what we just talked about with specialty margins? They are significantly higher. This exact pivot is a huge reason why Sun Pharma watched their Q4 net profit shoot up by roughly 26%, driven right alongside a 20% spike specifically in their specialty drug sales. Now, on the domestic front, Mankind Pharma is playing a totally different game. Instead of obsessing over exports, they're pulling in most of their revenue right from inside India. They're absolutely dominating by pushing chronic care and consumer healthcare products deep into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, basically tapping into hundreds of millions of newly health-conscious consumers. That laser focus on the home turf, it drove a massive 30% quarterly profit growth. Oh, and yes, they are absolutely stepping into that wildly lucrative GLP-1 weight loss segment too. It's also fascinating to see the stark contrast in manufacturing strategies between a player like Granules India and Neuland Laboratories. Granules scales up basic APIs, think paracetamol and ibuprofen, focusing on cost-efficient, massive volume to directly ride the wave of that China Plus One sourcing shift. Neuland, on the flip side, focuses strictly on high-margin, complex chemistry and custom manufacturing for global innovators. Two totally different paths, but both are perfectly timed for this 2026 landscape. Of course, we can't ignore heavyweights like Dr. Reddy's. They're sort of your classic example of an older, generic export engine that is now pivoting hard. They are aggressively expanding into oncology, complex injectables, biosimilars, and even throwing down in digital healthcare partnerships. They clearly recognize that the future is all about high-value innovation, not just pushing sheer volume. But hey, there is a catch. Let's get into the risks and reality checks. Before we get entirely swept up in all this optimism, we have to acknowledge that transforming an entire industry comes with some massive hurdles. First up, US FDA regulatory risk is always paramount. Historically, just a single warning letter from the FDA can wipe out millions in market cap overnight. Then you've got ongoing pricing pressure on older generics, plus the looming threat of geopolitical supply disruptions that can mess with raw material sourcing. Also, let's be real, a lot of these stocks have already rallied hard. Their elevated valuations mean any future upside depends entirely on absolutely flawless execution. And that whole GLP-1 obesity space, the global competition there is going to be incredibly fierce. So what's the intelligent verdict here? Are we looking at a bubble or a totally new era? Bringing this all together, what should you actually take away from this explainer on the 2026 Indian pharma landscape? Are we staring down a short-lived bubble, or have we crossed into a genuinely new era for healthcare? Well, the intelligent verdict is that this is a genuine structural growth phase. We're witnessing a real evolution here. The industry is officially moving way beyond low-cost generics and actively expanding into a specialty healthcare ecosystem. They're integrating as highly trusted global supply chain partners and driving real high-value innovation. Basically, this isn't just some volume-based speculative rally. It is a fundamental, top-to-bottom transformation of their business model. For those paying attention, Indian pharma is absolutely one of the most fascinating and important structural themes to monitor through FY27 and well beyond. This shift from churning out cheap pills to developing complex, high-value therapies, it changes the game completely. And honestly, it leaves us with a massive question to ponder. As global healthcare costs just continue to skyrocket, will the rest of the world even be able to afford the future of medicine without this Indian pharma transformation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and keep learning.